In Creo Parametric, you can write relations at the feature level and the sketch level, but that could necessitate a double regeneration later on if you have part level relations or other different features dependent on that. Let me show you what I mean by that. Here I have a part that I've started, no geometry. Let's start off by creating a sketch on a datum plane. And for this sketch, I'm going to create something really simple. Let's just make a rectangle and drag it out a certain width, and let's change this to a value of 10. And it updates, and I decide that I want this width dimension to always be 4 times the height dimension over on the side, or the length dimension, whatever you want to call it. So let's write a relation. I will go to Tools, and then Relations, and I'll select this dimension that I want to drive, and I want the SD1 sketch dimension to be equal to SD0 times 4. I'll click the OK button out of here, and the sketch updates exactly like I expect to. Let's go back to the Sketch tab and hit the check mark to complete the sketch. Now let's do an extrude feature, and it's suggesting a value of 25. Let's use that value. And so right now, because I have that sketch relation, let's hit the regenerate button. I had a little regeneration warning down over here. And let's take a look at changing this sketch. I'm going to edit definition, and instead of a value of 10, let's make it a value of 40. And so the width dimension updates. And I'll hit the check mark, and everything is fine. Still, I'm editing definition and a single regeneration. Here's where you can get into issues. Let's say that I decide that I want the height of this feature to be a function of that width. Let's write in a part level relation. I'll go to Tools and then Relations, and let's select this big feature over here. And now I decide that I want this D2 dimension to be equal to the D1 dimension, and let's divide that by 10. And so now I'm making this D2 dimension a function of this D1 dimension. And remember, the SD1 dimension was a function of the D0 dimension. So again, I've got a very simple part, only 3 dimensions in here, but I can end up creating a situation where I need a double regeneration. And then right now it's not a double regeneration. I just wrote in a relation, so I need to regenerate the model. And so now everything updates. I have this dimension over here. The width is 4 times that value, and the height is 1/10 of the width value. Let's take a look at what I'd done earlier where I edited definition of the sketch. And right now this is a value of 40. Let's change this to a value of 8, and I will hit the check mark. And now we need to regenerate so that our part level relation updates. And so that's the problem that you get into when you have these different feature level or sketch level relations. It's because the order that the relations are evaluated. If I go to my relations dialog box, here we have that relation that we wrote to drove the height of that block. And this is one of the initial relations. These are calculated at the beginning. If you go to the drop-down list, you can take a look at your post-regeneration relations. Typically, these would be used for things like your mass properties. If you wanted to assign the values of mass properties to a parameter, hey, those should be a post-regeneration relation. But in this dialog box, I can't see those different feature level or sketch level relations. Let's take a look at how to find those. In the dialog box, we have a look-in drop-down list, and you could change this from part to feature. And then I can pick different features in here. And the datum plane right, well, it doesn't have any relations, datum plane called top. And at this point, it's just a manual process of stepping through the model tree. But the problem is, let's select the sketch. I'm not seeing that sketch level relation. If I select the extrude, I'm still not seeing it. If I want to see that relation in the sketch, I need to change the drop-down list to section, and I'm just going to select the sketch feature. Now I can see it. So apart with this few features, not too bad to get through, but let's say that you wanted to figure out if you have feature level or section level relations in a more complicated part. Let's go to this part over here. If I scroll through the model tree, there are a lot of features in here. I don't want to use that one by one stepping through the model tree to try to figure out if there are feature level or section level relations. Luckily, there is a tool that helps you out with that. If you go to the Model Intent drop-down menu, there is a Relations and Parameters command. On the Tool tab, if you go to the Model Intent Overflow, it's also available from there. But when you click on it, you get the embedded browser to open up, and it's going to give you the information, like it says, about relations and parameters. And here it tells me, hey, features containing relations or parameters. And here it tells me that there is a protrusion with that information. If I collapse this, just to make everything visible on the screen at the same time, I just want to see this dialog box and my model. If you select either this link over here to highlight the object in the graphics window or this button, they do the exact same thing. It'll highlight the protrusion that has that. If I bring back the model tree, usually I thought it highlighted there as well, but the nice thing is if you go to the get feature information on the object, you'll scroll through, and here you have the regular feature information window with your parents and the children, and here we have the feature information, section name, feature dimensions, and the relation table. So it shows the relation that is written into that feature. Let's go back to the other part and we can see how to use that as well. In the feature relations part over here, let me just repaint the screen, and if I go to the Model Intent Overflow menu and then choose Relations and Parameters, here in the dialog box, or excuse me, in the embedded browser, it is showing me that, in this part here, features containing relations, here it's showing me the sketch. So it gets to both my features and my sections containing sketches in the same dialog box. Then I can click on the information button and scroll down in here and see that this is where we have that section level relation. Again, if your model intent dictates that you want to have a feature level relation or a section level relation, go ahead and do that, but just be aware of the ramifications that you might be requiring a double regeneration in your model later on. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more information, please visit www.creowindshield.com. If you learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, please click the subscribe button to be informed when new videos are uploaded. Thank you very much.